Alright, so our project for today is a tune-up on this Subaru. It's an H6 engine that is, you can't call it a V6 because it's horizontally opposed, but it's their 6-cylinder 3.0. We're doing the spark plugs, which are on the side. Once we have to really get them from underneath down here. We're going to remove this plastic shield. There's a couple retainers on each side. We're going to take that off. And once we have that off, we can pretty much see the valve covers on each side. So let's get that off. Right here is the driver's side. There's 1, 2, 3 coils. And on the passenger side, we have 1, 2, 3 more coils. Alright, so these coils cover up the plugs. The first thing we're going to do is disconnect the coils. So right now I'm disconnecting each of the coils. And once we have them disconnected, we're going to take them out. And to do this, we're going to need a 12mm socket. So I have it on a 1/4" ratchet here because it's very small and it gets up in that space. So it's a 12mm. So basically what I did, the easiest thing, because these screws were so long, I loosened all of them up first. Then I went back by hand and twisted them out. Or sometimes it's easier to twist the socket with your finger instead of moving the ratchet back and forth because you don't get full length of travel. So sometimes it's easier just to loosen all the bolts up and then just put your hand up like I'm doing and just twist them out. And this also applies to the spark plugs. Once we get to that point, it's easier to break them loose and then just twist the extension with your fingers once they're loose enough. So this is on the passenger side. This is the first cylinder right here, and that bolt just came out there. So now we're going to pull the first coil out and try to keep these in order. It's not life or death if you mix a coil up, but just try to keep them in order for the most part if possible. Alright, so now we're taking all the coils out. And now it is time to break loose the spark plugs. And that's what I'm doing now. So I have my 3/8 ratchet. I used a 5/8 spark plug socket and a little swivel and extension. So I'm breaking all the plugs loose. And once they're loose and I feel like I could do it by my hand, I stop and I go back and I do it by hand. Just like I'm doing right here. So just twisting them out by hand with the extension without the ratchet. And these took me a while. Not gonna lie, these ones took a while. Mostly just because how tight the space is up there. So we got one out now, we're getting the second one out. And see how I'm just kind of turning them with the extension, and then that one came out. So that's basically the procedure right there. Taking the, once you get the coils out, taking the plugs out. Of course, put the new plugs in. Put the coils back in. Tighten down the 12mm. Hold down bolts. Reconnect the coils. Put that cover back on. And fire it up. And that's it.